Hey everyone, welcome to Tech Talk. Hi, I'm Chris. I'm a high school Latin teacher with a background in digital technology and e learning. That basically means I help teachers integrate technology into their classrooms. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about Google Forms. A few of you have written in and asked for a tutorial on Google Forms, saying, I need more interactivity in my classroom and I need to capture important student data. And I feel like Google Forms is a great tool for that. So without further ado, let's take a look at Google Forms and how it can help you integrate technology into the classroom.
So let's get started. I'm going to log into my Google account and I'm going to choose Google Classroom. And that should bring up all the classes that I teach. I'm going to choose my beginning Latin class. And you're going to want to toggle over to classwork. And as you can see, I have various topics already set up under my class. But I'm going to choose the Create button, and I'm going to create a quiz assignment using Google Forms. And so it pops up a new window, and you can title the quiz whatever you want. I'm going to call this Quiz 1. As you can see, you have a whole bunch of options. You can assign this quiz. You can schedule it for a time that will go live. You can save it as a draft unless you're sure that you want to go live, but this is great if you need to go back and check materials. You can select it for one class or various classes. You can select all students or particular students. Let's say a student goes out one day on an absence and comes back, you might want to give them an amended quiz, so that could be an option. You can assign points, 100 points or 10 points. It's really up to you, or you can make the assignment ungraded. You can set a due date, and as you can see, a calendar pops up. And you can use this to put the date on Google Calendar, and it becomes part of their Google Classroom calendar. You can choose a specific topic where this quiz will fall under. I'm going to choose Stage 1, and you can even assign a rubric. Now let's get to the meat. Let's actually start building a quiz using Google Forms. Click on the blank quiz, and it might take a few seconds, but as you can see, it populates with a blank quiz form, and you can call this whatever you want. I'm going to call my quiz Quiz 1. There are a bunch of options associated with this form. You can customize the theme. You can change it from red, purple, blue, green, gray. You can also adjust the hue, so make it a little darker. You can also choose a different font. So you can make it look fancy here with the formal font, playful. I prefer the formal, so we'll go with that. And once you've finalized your theme, I want you to go to your settings and take a look at some of the options here. So you can collect email addresses. This is super important. You want to check this because this is how you're going to be able to tell your students apart. Otherwise, the form will just have a student 1, student 2, student 3 entry. So you want to make sure this is clicked on so you can tell which students did what on which exams. You're going to want to click Response Receipts to send them a receipt that they have completed the quiz. And you can set that to if they request it or always. You can limit the quiz to one response. I actually prefer this for real quizzes, for real assessments. If I'm doing a practice quiz, I might not want to click this and just allow the students to come in at multiple times just to bone up on their skills and take the quiz over and over and over again. There are a couple of other options here. Respondents can edit after submit. They can see summary charts and text responses. Now, if you click under the Presentation tab, you'll see the Show Progress bar. Always good to help students track their progress through the quiz. And there's also the Shuffle Question Order box. I like clicking that. It keeps everyone honest if they know that the questions are being shuffled and no one's tempted to look over someone else's shoulder. You can specialize your confirmation message after the quiz. And this is also really important. You want to select this button here. Make sure it's turned on for Make This a Quiz. This will allow you to go in and assign values for the answers. Some quiz options here. You can release the grade immediately after each submission or later after you review it. And you can set these up. The respondent can see missed questions, correct answers, and point values. So let's go ahead and save that. Now that that's been set up, I'm going to go ahead and set up the first question. This is a vocabulary quiz, so I'm going to ask the student to define the noun puella puellae, which in Latin means girl. So, as you can see, you have a whole bunch of choices in form answers. You can have respondents answer with a short answer, so typing in just a short, brief response to the question, a longer paragraph. You can use a multiple choice option, and this is great if you have one correct answer and they have to choose from a whole bunch of different answers. If you want the respondent to reply with more than one answer, you want to use the checkboxes option. You can allow respondents to reply by using a drop-down. You can also allow respondents to use the upload file feature. So if a question is, for example, what did you do on Monday? You might have a student upload a picture or some Google Slides showing you what they did. The linear scale allows students to answer with values along a scale. It's pretty self-explanatory. The multiple choice grid looks more like a standardized test with rows and columns. You have a checkbox grid they can also use. And date and time, which I don't really use too much, but it's used in a lot of the history classes. So those are other options for you. I'm going to go ahead and select that multiple choice because I know that I have one correct answer I want the respondent to click on, but from a variety of different words. So let's put in some words. Puella puellae, as I said, was girl. So if we put down boy, girl, dog, and maybe something like temple. Now you're going to want to click on the answer key and select the correct choice for the respondent. So, as I said, it is girl. I assign a point value of 1. You can choose however many points to assign, but I'm going to just choose 1. And you can also add answer feedback. So incorrect answers, sorry, try again. And correct answers, yay. You might want to add, as I do, some more information about the word as kind of a builder in terms of knowledge base. So that's an option. You can also add things like links to, again, add more information to the answer response. I can save that. As you can see, it shows up here on my screen, and it will not show up on the student screen. And you can remove those as well. So if I click done, I can go ahead and let me just show you. This is the response screen. So once this goes live, you're going to want to log back in and take a look at this form, and the responses will show up here. And you can, of course, create a spreadsheet from this. Also get email notifications, download the responses using a CSV file, and you can delete all responses if you want to reuse the form at some point. So I want to make sure that I have the right one here. So I'm going to make sure I title it Quiz 1. Make sure that's saved. And as you can see, one of the advantages of using Google Forms is everything is real time and gets saved to the drive. I'm going to just double check here. This is just me being anal. I'm going to go into my Google Drive and make sure I select that quiz 1. And as I said, you can schedule it for a certain time, save it as a draft, or assign it. So let's go ahead and assign it and see what the result is. Okay, and there we go. As always, thank you for watching and supporting Tech Talks. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Drop me a line. I would love to hear from you. And check out some of our other informative Tech Talks videos.